Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where we have just unlocked in this corner the beginnings of Tunnel, which is an irregular 7x7 puzzle where we cannot repeat digits. So I wanted to do that with all of you. So let's have a look at this. So this can't be a 9 because it's part of a 7x7 puzzle. So that's the 6 and that's the 9. And this is a length 3 arrow in a 7x7. It can only be a 6 or a 7, and it can't be a 6 anymore. So that's the 7. These are 1, 2, and 4. And I know the 2 is on the dot. And therefore, this is the other one. That's the 5. Okay, so this cage has started running up here now. So I know this is either 1, 5 or 2, 4. And that's not a 5, so that's not a 1. And this isn't a 2, so that is not a 4. Which means that this number that borders the 1 or the 2, it's not a 2, by the way, because there's a 2 on this black dot, is a 1, 2, or 3. Is there a rule about green lines that's separate? No. The green line rule seems to be the same rule as it is in a 9x9 in this puzzle. So this is a 1, 2, or 3, but I think you just can't put a 3 on a green line. So this is also a 1 or a 2. Because the green lines, in normal 7x7, you'd probably say differ by at least 3 for a green line, but we'll use their rules, of course. You should probably use the rules for the puzzle you're solving. Okay, so that's a 1, 2, and this, therefore, is a 4, because it needs to be consecutive with, it needs to go on a black dot with a 1 or a 2 without being a 1 or a 2. So that's the 4. Which then makes that the 2 and the 1 and the 5, which goes back and then doesn't actually sort this out for us. Okay, we know that over here somewhere there's a 3. And I think we know a little bit about the ends of this. Because these two need to be consecutive with 2 numbers, and 2 and 5 aren't. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting a number? Oh yeah, there's a 7. Sorry, there's a 7. So what numbers are consecutive with, or sorry, what numbers are 5 away from 2 numbers? 1 and 2 on the low end. Why do I feel like it's only 7 on the high end? Oh, it's because 2 isn't actually. It's just 1 and 7. Boy, my brain. This is just 1 and 7 because even 2 only goes next to 7. So these are actually a 1-7 pair, which actually sorts out that this is the 4, which means that these are a 1, 2, but that's the 2 and the 1, like that. Okay, that's a 1-7. So 1 and 7 go next to each other, and they also go next to 2 and 6. Meaning that these are a 3 and a 5, but that 5 actually tells me that the 5 goes there and the 3 goes there. And we've entered another grid. Sector ? You step into a maze of corridors and hallways, twisting in and out. You're off the map now. Where could it lead? This is a 6x6. Click here to something, something, something. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I realize now I've got a number next to a 2 on a German whisper, so it's a 7. That does get me into this grid. So this number is never an 8 or a 5. So that's actually going to get me back to solving the gardens puzzle that we had earlier. This is going to be a 4 and a 1. It's going to be a 3. I like that a lot, actually. This is going to be a 5. Those are still going to be a 2, 3, 7. That's going to be a 2. I'm going to look across there and make that a 7, make that a 6. Aha! We finally exposed the boss puzzle to the gardens. Oops, I did that again. I feel like we've still got time in today's episode to do the boss puzzle. Let's do that. Let's have this be a surprise boss puzzle. We will do this now. Okay. So, we need to place the digits 1 through 9 in every row, column, and box. Adjacent digits along green vines differ by at least 5. A snake is hidden within the grid. The snake moves orthogonally and doesn't touch itself, even diagonally. The snake must collect all apples, and all digits along the snake must be 5 or higher. Interesting. Its head and tail have been marked. Okay, so we have a snake of high digits. I'm going to mark the snake of high digits, I think, in orange. These digits are low. I'm going to mark them as such. In a light blue color. Maybe I'll use this like pinkish color just because it'll be a little easier to draw on for high. So that digit will be high. These digits are high. I'm going to just make them look just completely horrible. It's a 5, which technically for this puzzle is a pink digit. I suppose I was left with the opportunity to make it green. This digit... Oh, no, I was going to say something wrong. Never mind. Well, this digit, actually, this is the digit I should look at. This... Nope, still no. I'll get there, don't worry. And the red circles don't mean anything? Oh, the snake must collect all apples. I see. I missed that part. So all of these are high. I see. I'm trying to do something fancy to determine the high-lowity, and they gave me the high-lowity. That one, that one, that one. So these are low. Okay. Okay, and this snake moves orthogonally. And it does not touch itself. Okay. Good to know. All right, so now this low number is next to 3. Oh, no, it's next to 2 high numbers, and it's not a 1 or a 2. So it better be a 3, because a 4 would only go next to 9. It does make these 8 and 9, and we know the order. Makes this a 6 or a 7. But this is all 4 high digits in column 2. And I'm not putting the 6 next to a low number that's not a 1. So in fact, that's the 6. These are the 7 and the 8. And therefore, this is a 2. Note when I say all the high digits, I really there meant all the high digits you can actually put on a German whisper, because 5 for this puzzle is getting honorary high digit status, but we all know what it really is. Okay. 6. One of these is a 6. Oh, this is next to a 3 on a German whisper, so it's an 8. Because it's not a 9. Because of that 9 up there. This can be a 1 or a 4. This is a 1 because it's next to a 6 on a German Whisperers. I should probably do that too. Will be like a 1 over there. Okay, maybe I should think about the path a little bit that's moving orthogonally and collects all the apples without touching itself. So because it moves orthogonally and doesn't touch itself, and it collects all the apples, we know it has to go through there. That's kind of invisible. What about that? I think that's visible without looking like the other things. We know it's going to visit here, so if the snake doesn't come up here and go directly there, then we're going to have problems. I guess also I could say the snake definitely doesn't go here because of that. So it's going to go here, which is going to make this a pink digit. And now, because it collects the apple, it's going to have to go here. And it's going to have to go that way, which means this is also going to be a pink digit. Let's see. This is sort of a, so to speak, a corner. As it goes through here, the only way that the snake can actually go to this cell is to go through these two. And now that it's already touched this, it needs to keep going and actually collect it. Like that. The snake needs to keep going this way, because if it doesn't, it will touch itself. Snake could just close here as long as it sort of wraps up around here and comes around and collects that back there. Although I see the snake actually collects this 6, which may change my mind about how that works. So the 6 needs, or I need to go 2 directions from the 6. They can't be these 2 directions, because if the snake goes these 2 directions from the 6, the problem is now this end is stranded without touching. It's either going to crash into this corner or touch the snake again. So I don't know which 2 directions it goes, but I know this is always one of them, which makes that cell always be one of our pinkins. Oh, right. I forgot to mark this, actually. This column, because this is a pink that doesn't actually look pink, we actually have all 5 pinks in this column. So these are just blue. So actually that makes it a little bit easier to say what the snake does, which is to come over here, and it can't come crashing into that corner. So it's going to have to come down here. And remember, the snake can't touch itself, so it's going to come there. Okay, so we'll get that. And that is 5 pinks in this row. So that cell is blue. Remembering that 5 is pink. The snake's not allowed to touch itself even diagonally. So none of these are snake cells, although I guess I don't have a not a snake cell color established. Like I normally would. Okay, well now the snake certainly can't turn this way, because if it does, it's going to come up and crash into this. So now the snake actually finishes here. And so these are both blue because we've already got our requisite 5 pinks there. The snake can't go up because then it would touch itself. It would in fact form a loop, not a snake. And it can't go up here either because that would be touching itself diagonally. So we can extend our snake that far and no further because that's 5 cells in row 9 already. So these are my 2, 3, 4 of blue. Which makes that a 1 because it's the last blue cell in the box. These are all pink now. This snake needs to turn up, making another pink. Yes, right. And this is now what I'd call a corridor. I need to connect this apple in 2 different ways, or in 2 different places. It has to be those 2. And over here we've got a corner, which is like a bendy corridor. This is another corridor, so we come up here. And now we have no choice but to turn this way to get out. Because again, remember, we're not allowed to go through blue. These two have to connect because otherwise the snake touches itself. Also, this cell is blue by the row because I need 4 blues in the row. Oh, right. This is a fake pink. And so I've got all 5 pinks in this box. I just didn't notice. I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to argue this, but basically the only way that this can connect to this is to go through here. Because if this cell is not on the snake, now this end is completely separated by this sort of wall of stuff. This end is completely separated from this end. I think that's not too bad. I'll argue that. So this goes up here, and now again these have to connect because otherwise the snake will touch itself. And we don't want that. Okay, so there's our snake finished. So all of these digits are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what did that accomplish? Presumably something. Okay, I know that these are a 5, 7 pair. So I know one of these two is the 5. This is a 6 or a 7. This digit I know to be a 3 or a 4 because it sees 1 and 2. So that makes that an 8 or a 9. Processing. Please hold. This is a 2 or a 3 only. Because it can't be a 4. It would need to have 2 9s next to it. Also, I notice I have all my blues in this column. So this is pink. And now I have all the pinks in this box. So that's blue. And now I have all the blues in this column. So that's pink. And now I have all the pinks in this box. So that's blue. Now I have all the blues in this row. So that's pink. So this is a 6, 7, which gives me a pair of 8 and 9 in the row. These are 2 and 4 in some order. Those are 8, 9. So this is a 6 or a 7. One of these two is a 5. The other is a 6, 7 of some sort. Oh, this seems to be a naked 7. It's not 5, 6, 8, or 9. So these are 6, 8, and 9. This can't be a 6 because it's next to a 2. So one of these two is the 6 in the 6, 8, 9 triple, which makes this a 7. Makes those a 5, 6 pair, which means these are from 7, 8, 9. That one's not a 9, so it's a 7 or an 8. 7 and 8 only go next to a 1, 2, 3 sort of number. Makes one of those a 4. One of these a 5. Should mark, I suppose, that I know that these are 3 and 4. Oh, I actually know this cell isn't pink. That might actually help finish my coloring. Sorry, I know this cell is pink, is what I meant to say. One of these digits is a 4. So the 4 in row 1 here looks across at this along with the 1, the 2, and the 3, meaning that this cell is just never blue. And so it's pink, which actually makes that cell definitely blue and that cell definitely blue. This row has 5 pinks, so that's blue. This column has 4 blues, so these two are pink. Yeah, that worked out for this box's math. That's 5 pinks, including the imposter in this row, so that's blue. That is 5 pinks in this column, so these are blue. For the row or box, that's pink. For the column, that's pink, so that's blue. And we've got our full coloring of the grid. So this is an 8 or a 9 based on my pencil marks, which makes this a 5 based on my pencil marks. This is a 6 or a 7. Oh, this is a 6 or a 7 as well, I never noticed, because it sees that 8 and that 9. So this is a 6 or a 7, and 6 and 7 don't go next to 3. So this is always a 1 or a 2, at least. 1 in this box is just placed. It goes there. And 2 in this box is just placed. It goes there. Before I even highlighted these two cells and said one of them was a 2, but I did not take that opportunity to notice that I knew which one of them was a 2. And so now that's a 1 by Sudoku, which makes that a 4, and that a 2, and that a 4, and that a 2, and that a 1. No 2 goes there. So now within the column, this is a 3 or a 4, but it can't possibly be a 4 because it's next to an 8. So that's the 3 and that's the 4. 4 only goes next to 9. So you can fill in that. This 3 or 4 is not a 3. Is a useful thing to know about it. 3 does not go next to... Oh, sorry, this is not even a 3. I don't even know what I was saying. Okay, that does give me the 9 and the 8 over here. These are from 5, 6, 7. That's a 3, just by Blue Doku. This is a 2 by slightly more complicated Blue Doku. Not that much more complicated, though, so that's a 1, and that's a 4. So that's a 3, making that a 2, making that a 4 and a 9. That is not a 9. These are 6 and 8. And therefore, these are 5 and 9. And we know the order because of the given 9 / end of the snake. So the 9 in this box is over here. These are 5 and 6, and we know the order owing to that 6. That 8 and that 6, that 7 and that 8. That's an 8 for the row. So these are 5, 6, and 7. This is not a 5. There's a 6, 7 pair looking down at this one, so that one is a 5. And so this is the 5 for this column by Sudoku, giving me a 6 and a 5 over there, giving me a 7, 5, 7. 6 over there, 7, 8, 7. 6, 6, 7. 6, 7. And suddenly I finished the pink before the blue, because this is a 5 and an 8. That is a 3, but basically at the same time, that is a 2. Oh, I didn't actually finish this one. That's a 9. That's a 4, and that is a 1. That was a lovely puzzle. I hope you enjoyed that. Having gobbled up a handful of apples, the worm happily slithers away. You could swear it's gotten a few cells longer than it was a moment ago. Left behind in the mud is a diamond-hard scale. You could fashion a tool out of this. Obtained the grappling hook. Now go back to the main puzzle and enter 8 into the boss cell. We can do that. That cell is an 8. I obtained the grappling claw. Is that one of the things that's going to give me that? There we go. Grappling anchors show digits that appear in the 4 surrounding cells. I see. So we now have quadruples. I swear I got the night vision visor and it didn't do anything, but that's okay. We'll fill in an 8 there. We'll fill in a 3 there. So that is not a 3. Can I finish this grid? Okay, so now that is a 2 because of that 7. That's a 3. That makes that a 1. Okay, no 1 there. That 8 looks over here and makes that a 7 and an 8. That 1 has made none of these things 1. That 1 has penetrated back up here to the 2 and the 1 over there, giving me the 6 there. These aren't 6, and that one's not 7 either, so that's a 9 and a 7. This one's not 5 or 9 anymore, so it is a 2. And I think that finishes that grid. So we have a second grid complete. Next time when we come back, we're going to start using our grappling hook to try to grapple our way into some new places. So I hope you are having fun. I am definitely having fun, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.